Alright, since streaming in there isn't working because of bad cell signal, I'm gonna do just a video of walking through Funspot. So here we are, Laconia, New Hampshire. Funspot, the largest arcade in the world. And it really is. Here's the first thing you see. This is like the party area. They have a lot of like kid birthday parties and stuff like that. So of course the gifts and souvenirs are right near there. The party wheel, where you have much more luck than the Wheel of Death in Trivia Murder Party. Indoor mini golf. Used to be outside. They moved it indoors, and apparently it's doing really well since they did that. It's all automated. You can just give the thing $5 and you go play mini golf. This is brand new. Space Invaders Frenzy. Freaking awesome games. They do have some new stuff here too. It's not just, it's mostly classic games, but it's not only classic games. Here we've got sort of the hybrid game slash ticket Ghostbusters game. Got to come over to this corner because, well, there's Buck Rogers and the Star Wars sit-down arcade machine. This is the way this game is supposed to be played. So this is a freaking awesome game. And here's all of the, this is where the classic arcade section pretty much starts. And you of course got your Neo Geo, every Neo Geo thing. They also, up there is, they're showing parts from, so King of Kong was filmed here. The story of Billy Mitchell, the dude who broke the record. Largest pinball machine in the world. It's not a great pinball machine to play, but it's super fun just to sort of see. The balls are like bigger than cue balls, so yeah, it is a giant pinball machine. Death Race. There's one of the first arcade games ever, Computer Space, and it does work. You can play it. Again, you know, I wouldn't say the graphics hold up after all these years, but it's neat to see and play one of the very first arcade games that had ever existed. Cheeky Mouse. This game is one of those you can play for a long time. It's just a matter of how long you're willing to keep it up. Ladybug. And there's somebody in the distance recording something. He's got lights and all sorts of stuff. I don't know what he's doing. A lot of people, they come to here to, this is like one of those, if you break a record at Funspot, it will count. They know that, you know, nobody's messing with the machines or, you know, putting in you know, different ROMs or anything like that. So here's some of my favorite pinballs. Black Knight and Black Knight 2000. Black Knight 2000, this is my favorite pinball machine that they have here. It's super hard, but it's also one of those, like, if you can get decent at Black Knight 2000, you're pretty much going to be better at every other pinball machine that exists. It's like good training. That's how I'd describe it. And of course, they got Road Blasters in the deepest, darkest corner. I don't know if they reset the scores. I got the high score on that yesterday. Woohoo! Road Runner, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which is a really fun game. 720, it's like the first skateboarding game that was good. We got Battlezone. Gotta have Battlezone. The Star Wars stand-up arcade, which does not work right now, but that's okay, because the sit-down one is really the way you want to play it. Paperboy, which is evil, but it's another one that you have to keep playing, because it's so freaking hard. When you get good at Paperboy, it's you feel a great sense of accomplishment. Atari Force, Missile Command. This is like Atari Row. This is one of my favorites, Cloak and Dagger. It's based on a movie that came out in the 80s where the kid had a game cartridge that was Cloak and Dagger, but it had like it had secret government files and stuff on it. It's a super good game. Oh, tag team wrestling.
Yes.
Somebody's here filming some stuff. This is a good day to do it too, because it's it's Tuesday. There are not a lot of people here today. Let's go. Oh, look, it's Joust. Joust, the cocktail table version. When I was a kid, I always wanted like a sit-down cocktail table of Pac-Man. Never got it. Someday. And here's another row. There are a few more rows of games. I'm gonna just go down. Phoenix, one of my favorites as a kid. Great game. Q*bert. Cubes, the Q*bert sequel, I guess. Crawl. Because, Crawl, of course, needed a video game. It's a fun movie. You got the main event. Not the best wrestling game in the world, but it's fun. It's basically a button masher that they mixed with pro wrestling. This is Pac-Man Alley. You've got your Junior Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man. There's a few cool ones. We got Us versus Them. It's a very rare Laserdisc game. It's one of the few that actually functions like as a game. You're not just hitting like Dragon's Lair where you basically go, all you do is go left, right, up or down, or sword. Hit the ice, basically NBA Jam with butt hockey. Going berserk. Berserk had a song on the Pac-Man Fever album. As Contra, the arcade machine. Yes, it was not just a Nintendo game. It's pretty much the same thing, only the graphics are a lot nicer. Fire truck. It's basically the game where you are a fire truck. That's about all. Spy Hunter. The real Ghostbusters. You got Rampage, Tron, Space Invaders, Domino Man. Domino Man's actually really fun. Oh, there's my score from the other day. Not very good, but not a great score, but at least I got in the top 10. Timber. Timber's fun. Wacko. This is famous just because of the weird cabinet, thus ensuring no one would ever put another game. It's even got a trackball, so like you can't use that cabinet for pretty much anything other than Wacko. Of course, you got Burger Time. Gotta have Burger Time. There's Punch Out, Mighty Blow, Mighty Blow. It's all you hear when there's a lot of people here. There's always somebody playing Punch Out. But all you hear is Mighty Blow, constantly. There's Donkey Kong Alley. There's all the Donkey Kongs, most of them anyway. The sit-down Star Trek game. Much as I love the Star Wars, this is an excellent game. You actually feel kind of like you're a commander. It's got a nice big seat. Galaxian Galaga, Galaga 88. Star Castle. This one's special because the arcade that I started going to as a kid was named Star Castle. So I was very psyched later when I figured out, oh, it's actually a game. They even used the same logo. Like, I had no idea that my local arcade basically stole the logo from another game. Or it's an amazing coincidence. Venture, Mousetrap. I like this is the game called Crash. Speed Buggy. Stupid Speed Buggy, it's so difficult. Iron Horse. Kicks unfortunately doesn't work. Here's a cool one. This is a prototype Gauntlet 2-player. One of the developers donated it. He had it, like, I guess in his house and wanted it to be here at the arcade. It's got none of the levels you know of. It's just 2-player with basically a bunch of test levels. They're basically like, it's all open room. And yeah, pretty cool though to have like basically an alpha of Gauntlet that you can play. So let's go downstairs. Going down to level 2. And down here is where all the bowling alley is. All the bowling alleys are, rather. They got a bar in here. So there's pretty much everything you'd want in this one place. You can play some games, bowl, have a drink, get some food. These are nice bowling alleys too. They got all the automatic scoring and all that. And fear not, there's a photo booth. What arcade would not have a photo booth, right? And golden tea. It's like a prereq. There's where you can win tickets by playing casino like slot machines. The payouts aren't good. And I guess it's when people just can't help it. They see a slot machine and they must play. Here's like the little kiddie area. So they got all the kiddie rides and kiddie bumper cars. Nothing says, oh, here's Leprechaun. This is a super tiny game. This one you actually have to like try to lose. Someday I'm gonna sit there and see how long I can play it. And here's it's got your usual carnival things, whack-a-mole, throw the ball down the thing and get the right numbers. Can Alley. This is the tower that I won like 2,000 tickets on this weekend, so it's reset itself. All hand-eye coordination, so it's my favorite of this. It actually requires skill. Of course, we got the Simpsons game. If you're a fan of the Simpsons and have never played through this, you really oughta. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Off-road, Lethal Enforcers, Batman, Superman. This is like Ticket Game Alley. People sit down here and chuck. Ooh, see 1,000 you want. This is the one you want to play. But you gotta get it like right in the middle of that red star, and it can't be, the coin can't be like even the slightest bit off center. And then we got Terminator. I got a few sit-down games. These are super freaking popular. There's always, well, not today. There's probably about 15 people in the building total. Jurassic Park, sit-down shooter. Star Wars Trilogy Arcade. Strangely enough, I really like that game. Time Crisis. And some more pinballs. Addams Family. I think every arcade in the 90s had that. Funhouse. Superman, Monopoly. And it's got stuff like this. You can play that old hockey game. There's The Walking Dead. This is fairly new. This is when this place is packed, people wait in line to play this game. That's how popular this is. There's usually a group of people queued up. And that's floor 2. Down here we got air hockey. This is one of the oldest. It was on History Channel. So this was a game at Funspot that they had on History Channel and fully restored. So it's really pretty. Can't play it though. I think that's like the guy who owns this. I think that's like one of his personal collection. We got all the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. And you gotta have your group driving game. There's 8 seats. More ticket games. Here's one of my favorites. I love skee ball. And this is like the proper skee ball too. These aren't new school or anything. These look like they're straight. They've probably been here for many, many, many years. To push the bowling ball and make it stay in the middle game, it's impossible. Here's where you get all your ticket redemption stuff. So yeah, this is usually packed with kids trying to make the critical decision of whether or not to get a blow pop or Laffy Taffy or Smarties. They got some Funspot branded stuff you can get too, which is pretty neat. Coin pusher. This is the best one in the building because you actually get tokens in return, not tickets. So that's awesome. And this is where you can get all your arcade food. They got pizza, everything you'd think that they should have in an arcade. This is outside. They got Jordan's ice cream. This is where the mini golf course used to be, but they wanted to open the ice cream stand. It's got a gazebo. So look at all there's tons of land. In the distance, there's Monkey Trunks, which is also owned by the same person. Basically, you climb on lots of stuff during the summer. That's usually absolutely packed. I've never actually gotten ice cream there. It just opened this year, so usually I forget. I come here and I'm like, oh yeah, definitely gonna get ice cream. And then next thing you know, it's 9 o'clock at night and it's closed. And it's time to make the journey home. So this is the last thing I'm gonna go to is the giant electronic Funspot sign where they put messages. They put their own flavor of New Hampshire messages up on the Funspot sign. That's another cool thing about the place. If you ever spend the day here, you can just kind of walk around. You're not like, you know, it's not a strip mall. It's not a, you know, you can actually go outside. There's a restaurant across the street. There's go-karts across the street too. So you can actually go race. That's a nice course. It kind of goes all the way back into the woods. There's the Funspot electric sign. Indoor mini golf. Open every day. That's it. I'm just gonna walk back around the front. That was kind of a quick tour of the place. Like I said, you can sit down and talk about each game. They all have history to them. A lot of them were donated. So they have little signs that say who donated it from their private collection. A lot of people have a lot of games and like they want them stored somewhere. And this is a pretty good place to do it. And they also have, they got a bingo hall. So if you want to play high stakes bingo, and oh my God, they take it very seriously. If you don't do it right, you get glared at by people. So that's Funspot. It's in Laconia, New Hampshire. It is the largest arcade in the world, and it is one of my very favorite places in all of the universe. So if you're ever in deepest, darkest New Hampshire, you should come here because it's awesome. Woo! And we're just about back up at the entrance. So time to end the video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hope you enjoyed this quick look at the best place ever. So until then, good morning or good night and goodbye. See you all later.